This your boy E. Wilson, and JTC is on the move right outside Euless Trinity High School. Listen, today's lesson was digital diet. Now check this out. It says the digital sphere is an escape. We escape into entertainment and information. But what are we missing while we escape? We give our time, energy, and attention. But what does social media give back to us? When we look our lives at over the years, what will we have to show for the amount of hours we've spent on social media? Let me tell you something. This is a power pack lesson. It's kind of a spinoff from what we did a few weeks ago, and it's talking about digital diet. And the bottom line, it was talking about as we are on social media, you have to have some kind of balance. Everything is at our fingertips. And I told my students, I said, I can't relate to this as a young person because I didn't have this issue or this access when I was young. There was no such thing as social media when I was a kid. So we were talking about how you have to balance this thing out. You got all kind of information coming at you nonstop, notifications, everything nonstop on social media. And it was talking about, the lesson got deep, start talking about the brain and how we're becoming desensitized to all the stuff that we have access to. One of my students was talking about how they had saw an execution on video on social media. And so we shared that you really have to be careful of what you watch and how much you watch. My thing was that if we see so much killing, whether in the movies, on social media, so much killing, so much fighting, then we become desensitized to it, where when we see it, it doesn't even matter. Somebody can get shot right in front of us and we'll just keep on moving. It doesn't really bother us because all we know is killing. All we know is fighting. All we know is arguing. So we talked about digital diet, how you have to be careful of what you click on and to monitor how much time you're spending. One of the students, because I told them when I looked at the lesson, I said, because the lesson was asking, are you a social media junkie? Are you addicted? Excuse me. And I had to ask myself that. I said, man, am I addicted? And I had to ask myself, how much time am I spending? What am I accomplishing while I'm on there? One of my students helped me out. They said, Mr. E, well, you post you're on there for business. I said, you're right. But I said, I still want to make sure that I'm not going overboard. And I said, you got people just posting anything. Everybody has their prerogative of how they use social media. I just said some things I just believe are still, maybe it's because I'm from New York City. Some things need to be kept private. I don't need you seeing my house. If you see my house, because you came in there. But, people don't have no problem with posting, but it's to how far is this going to go? We're putting everything out there, all of our business, and it's not to hide nothing. I said one of the things with social media is, I told the students, it should help y'all to stay good and on your game because you never know who's watching. I said, man, if I was young and you could tell me that somebody could record me doing something wrong and send it to my parents, what? Or put it on the news? So I just said, we got to be careful with how we use it. And it did come out, and it's on the news right now, that Facebook, social media is a media outlet. That's what I want people to understand. I've been saying it for years. It's a media outlet. When you press record, you just became a news anchor. You just became a reporter. You're reporting something. So you want to ask yourself, the stuff that you post, would you be posting or sharing that information if you was on the news reporting a situation? It's a media outlet. However, it's being used to be an outlet for everything. And so we just said that as you scroll, be careful because you're being affected. You're being influenced by what you watch, by what you see on a constant basis. And I told them, I said, I was at the car shop this morning getting something done to my tire. And when I walked into the waiting room, there was around 6 people sitting and they all were on their devices. The sad part, I had mine in my hand because I was texting somebody, but it didn't matter. 6 people all on their devices, they never even saw me. I could have came in it, they never even saw me. So I said, at what point are we losing out on intimacy with people and a conversation with somebody as opposed to escaping to our devices all day long? So listen, that's my word today. It comes down to balance. You have to balance. You have to be in charge. Facebook or any of the other outlets are not going to cause you to balance because they make their money by how much we watch. So listen, it's your boy E. Wilson right here. Thank you, JTC Supporters. I believe the students were impacted. They impacted me. We shared back and forth, and it was a beautiful thing. So listen, enjoy your day. We got more stuff going on today. JTC is on the move, and as always, if you're going to have a conversation, digital diet, make it a good one. I'm out.